Welcome back after the break. We freely use the safety, security and welfare measures that our country and society have put in place for us. But when it comes time to show our gratitude, we do not come up with the same spirit. However, people like Yamuna Pathak have shown sort of a missionary zeal getting into the shoes of a die-hard worker. In the ETV Yuva Bharat exclusive profile on her, we'll share her life and moments which can be a source of inspiration to us all. So let's meet her.
Social work requires compassion and feelings towards everything around us, as well as society at large. And enjoying it as a career is Hyderabad's Yamuna Pathak.
I've been attending like lot of seminars and workshops on HIV/AIDS. So I was really not content about the kind of delivery which is going to the people out there who's was sitting as an audience or spectator. So I was very much unhappy about the whole thing. I said, in spite of so much of awareness, in spite of so many programs which are coming up, it's not to criticize anything, but when there's so much of awareness programs, so many things are happening, why there is a rampant increase in this particular HIV/AIDS, especially in our country is standing number 2 and AP is almost leading.
The seeds of social service were sown in Yamuna right in her childhood. When she was studying at the Keys Higher Secondary School in Secunderabad, she was anguished by elderly persons and kids begging for food outside her school compound. She used to empty the content of her tiffin box into their bowl and used to go without food on several occasions. Participation and presentation of papers at national and international fora resulted in her being nominated as coordinator for Youth Employment Summit Yes campaign.
The Yes people had actually taken me because I was an active participant in almost all the national programs or international programs or in district level, state level programs. Our campaign has identified 5 major issues across the globe. One is on HIV/AIDS, renewable energy, water and sanitation, urban and rural development, information and communication technology, with entrepreneurship and employment creation as the main emphasis. We are in campus of SRTRI, which stands for Swami Ramananda Tirtha Rural Institute, where they work on rural technologies to create employment generation for rural youth. So we had a tie-up, our campaign had a tie-up with SRTRI here. Our network played a vital role here, whereas we got more than 300 network volunteers from our network from Andhra Pradesh, including the major participation from our Nalgonda district youth. So this how, and most of them, about more than 60 of them already were employed successfully in industries like Shell in Bangalore and Thrive in some of the NGOs and some of the companies here. So we are very much happy. People usually coming from a rural background and definitely getting a job placement, something like in Bangalore, where they're able to get a job opportunity like to have about 3,000 per month or 4,000, it's something really good. One of our Rangareddy district youth, they were, there is a pre-army recruitment which was being done by the Department of Youth Service, Government of Andhra Pradesh for the youth. So as a part of it, there are a lot of youth from our network who went and participated in this particular training program, and about 20 of them were selected, and now they are being sent to the final training.
However, creating awareness for AIDS remains the biggest passion for Yamuna.
Basically working with youth in this sector. You might ask me why youth? Because I say 40% of our country's population consists of youth. I don't want to lose them, so that's one motive which made me drive me to take up this particular preventive training.
She was even bold and daring to ask for an ELISA test from her would-be husband.
I never came across a situation where a spouse want to get married and then asking for ELISA test and HIV test, which is, it was mind-boggling initially. But later on I said, fine, it's my call. And it is very important. Ultimately what happens in our society is, if she is demanding it, a man's ego, I tell you, it was badly hurt. Later on I said, no, I have to go for it.
If she is dynamic at work, she is equally active at home. At 23, Yamuna Pathak balances home and a career in social work with a firm maturity. And she has the wholehearted support of her family.
It's been 3 years that we've been together. Now I really respect the work that she's been doing. It's fabulous being in her company, because the kind of works, the kind of transformations with her that I have seen among people has been enormous. A lot of HIV cases calling up at home, and madam, this is what is our problem, and give us a solution.
आफ्टर माई रिटायरमेंट मैं सोचता था कि जब मैं ये चलो ठीक है, जो दूसरे गरीब हैं, जो क्लास 4 एम्प्लॉई है, उनको थोड़ा सा हम मदद करते थे, लेकिन नॉट दैट मच. जब ये आई और इसने मैं देखा कि ये जो है सोशल वर्क में इतना एडवांस है और दिस दैट है, तो मैं कितना प्राउड फील कर रहा हूँ, दैट आई कैन नॉट एक्सप्लेन.
She encourages youngsters who wish to take up social work as a career.
They want to take it as a profession by itself. There are a lot of a professional course is being introduced in India, as a bachelor's of social work, where they can approach any of the nearby university which is offering this particular course, and after bachelor's they can also do MSW, that's masters in social work. Even if there is no BSW facility from any art or any faculty, because social work, to get into social work, there is no such hard and fast rule that they should be from this background, but the only thing is they have to qualify. They have to write an entrance exam. They have to write an entrance exam and they have to qualify, and they get into this particular social service where they'll be trained in different aspects, that they can work in industries. If there are professional social works taking up this particular course, they can work in industries, they can work in hospitals, they can work in psychiatric settings, they can work with communities and community health projects, they can work with many of the government schemes, government projects. So it's like Velugu program, or there are so many umpteen number of programs which are coming up. So there is a great demand of a qualified social workers. Apart from taking as a hobby, there's a great demand because they are taking many social workers. The minimum salary which is starting up is $5,000. If by their skills and all, it also can go up 10, 15, 20K also.
It is Yamuna Pathak's conviction that participation of youth is indispensable for a societal change and for deepening democracy. They are the leaders of tomorrow. They are not a problem to be solved, but problem solvers themselves.